Disclaimer: crypto investments are highly speculative and involve significant risk of loss. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Always do your own research and invest wisely.
The EOS Network Foundation vision for future grant proposals on EOS mainnet. The definition of adaptation in biological terms, a change, or the process of change by which an organism or species becomes better suited to its environment. In the world of cryptocurrencies, more often than not we see winners and losers each successive cycle, but what is often overlooked is cryptos that will survive the test of time, and only the fittest and most adoptive will survive this particular process. In this video we will be going over an article I recently read by Yves La Rose called Grant Framework Towards a Stronger Future, and I will be giving you my opinion on this article. Links to the original will be in the description below. Okay, now let's get started. To summarize and paraphrase this article, first begins with, in order to build on EOS, the EOS Network Foundation, ENF, was created. To achieve measurable success, open and transparent systems must be structured to effectively identify application stakeholders, lead them to the appropriate channel, and ensure timely and efficient interactions with that mechanism. As a result of unmet expectations, applicants typically complain about frustrating experiences that lead to animosity. This has led to numerous initiatives losing time and money, and is something we want to solve in the framework we designed for our community. The EOS ecosystem has reignited interest in some projects. Prior to accepting direct grant applications, we must first build a base system. This will ensure that candidates are treated equally and that the process is efficient and scalable to manage a surge of applications. Currently, no framework exists to handle ad hoc queries, but the ENF is currently working on such a system. The ENF believes it is important to discuss some of the proposals being evaluated for this new grant application procedure. We must assess what issues are likely to develop and how we can address them. The method will disclose the framework's rules and inputs to consider as filters. A set of well-defined decision-making guidelines will streamline the process and make it easier for all parties to follow and plan for. Creating a scalable system. During the first season of Pomelo, 209 ideas were submitted, raising 30,759 EOS, $133,276, from 5,796 unique donors. Pomelo has energized the EOS ecosystem and helped gather essential data for the framework. The ENF expects a flood of applications once individual direct applications are allowed. As a result, we have an idea of the framework's initial expansion capacity. When an organization's principal objective is to secure its members' success, it reveals its actual nature. The flexibility to transfer funds through direct contributions is one of the ENF's main tactics, and it emphasizes our ability to react to the unique demands of each project. Using the ENF's board of advisors may be one approach to achieve this goal quickly. This strategy will surely be stifled early on, so we are waiting for a clearer way to be defined. Because the ENF does not have seasonal limits like Pomelo or Eden, interested applicants might theoretically apply at any time. The EOS public goods funding pillars allow builders, businesses, and value providers to request for funding simultaneously. For example, we envisage combining applications to the ENF, Pomelo's matching pool, and Eden. A project that successfully pitches to all three stakeholders may be able to access three funding sources inside the ecosystem. If a project has already applied through Pomelo or participated in Eden, the extra effort required to apply for direct funding from ENF would be modest. Other systems may emerge to complement the above. The prospect of multi-channel funding should excite and motivate initiatives to develop while developing community reputation and trust. The more measurable trust a project or team has, the more doors we expect the ecosystem to open for them. A mixed model may be preferable. These are the types of decisions being considered for the framework. Also, we must evaluate if there are predefined funding levels for various indicators for each project, or if funding tiers are determined by the project's inputs. We may determine that stating simply 3 scalable funding levels, like in W3F, is the optimal approach. Opening doors or reducing wait times are both big cost elements in any business. All stakeholders benefit from applicants' success, whether through the ENF or other means like introductions to VCS or possible collaborators. Our goal is to enable the community to apply for money directly where it is needed most. We want to get to a stage when ecosystem participants are delivered to the right spot as early as possible. Inputs or data points should prompt us to send projects to other channels. We are investigating what inputs can cause Eden or Pomelo to send projects to the ENF. As a community, we should strive to work together across the ecosystem. It is crucial that the community recognizes its rising stars and allows them to evolve within the ecosystem, allowing EOS to grow through successful resource management. Pomelo may have contributed to the recognition of these individuals across numerous seasons. After being matched and delivering many times, these individuals may be recognized for additional direct support. They may be from Eden's election cycles, or from another platform entirely. No matter what role a community member plays, it is critical to leverage their skills and reputation. We should locate a community manager, developer, or other position in the community to reinvest these resources. The more we recognize EOS talents, the more the community's human capital grows. There are many talented people associated to EOS, and more should come as enthusiasm grows. To stay up with the EOS ecosystem, the framework must be able to develop and grow with each project. The framework should be evergreen and evolve with EOS as the ecosystem matures. The ENF aims to identify as many of these puzzle pieces as feasible before launching the grand structure. It will at least show where these pieces are in relation to the rest of the puzzle. We welcome the community to provide input and support on the EOS Community Discord server while the ENF develops this framework over the next few months. We look forward to working with the community to build a more efficient, transparent, and milestone-driven grant investment environment for EOS. Just my opinion, but I would definitely say that this is a significant development. Streamlining the grant process will go a long way in identifying and utilizing talent attracted to the EOS mainnet ecosphere for whatever reason. The big takeaway for me in this article was, and I quote, "Our goal is to enable the community to apply for money directly where it is needed most. We want to get to a stage when ecosystem participants are delivered to the right spot as early as possible. Inputs or data points should prompt us to send projects to other channels. We are investigating what inputs can cause Eden or Pomelo to send projects to the ENF. As a community, we should strive to work together across the ecosystem." End quote. After all, think about it for a moment. For anyone that has been involved with EOS for any length of time, can testify to the fact that we have lost over the years a tremendous amount of talent that is not likely to return. If we had this system in place in the early days, I wonder how much of that early talent pool would we have been able to retain? To be quite frank, much of the early years were squandered, in terms of retaining our early talent pool resource, and now we have to play catch up to get back on track. Pomelo is a huge step in the right direction, in streamlining it further, along with integrating it with other forms of financial support certainly will help things along, and I for one am happy to see the ENF take seriously grassroots community funding. The future for EOS mainnet is most certainly brighter as a result. To all EOS holders, the future belongs to EOS grassroots.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you would like to read, listen to, or watch more of this kind of content, please visit us at www.cryptoapologetics.com. See you next time. Take care.